Hey guys, what's good? Mike Locke here. Thanks for tuning in to another video. In this video, I want to explain and describe what task analysis is. Okay, task analysis, for those of you who are up and coming in terms of in UX design and you're new to UX design, task analysis is a very professional term. It's a term to describe basically the practice of studying how someone completes a particular task. Okay, and this is a very, I would say, a very high priority practice in UX design. So when you hear the term user-centered design or designing for the user, you accomplish that by task analysis. Task analysis is a process within that entire scheme on how you identify how someone completes a task and how you can improve upon that experience. Okay, let me give you an example. So let's say I was the UX director for, let's just start here. Everyone watching this, I assume we all have a checking account, a bank account, right? And we do online banking, okay? So a lot of us pay our bills online, okay? So if I was a director for one of the popular banks here, like Bank of America or Chase Bank, I would, at some point, I would do a task analysis on how people pay their bills online so that we can make sure that our website is providing the best user experience for our customers. Okay, so what I would do is we would pay like 10 people, 10 customers, pay them like $50 each. We would bring them in and we would study how each of them pay their bills online. We would record their clicks, record their mouse movements, record how they go about paying their bills online. And then each of them, as you go through 10 of these customers, they might have different ways of doing it. One person might pay their bills one at a time. One person might want to pay their bills, you know, all at once. One person might click on this particular link or this link or go here or check their bills and this and that. And so by doing that, you could study and observe how each user pay their bills and make sure that the user experience is optimal, is good. If it's good, you can improve, or if there's areas where you can improve upon that, that's what you would do. You would take the information, take the data from observing all these customers, and you would discuss it with your team and sort of summarize it all and then identify where areas you can improve. And then once you improve and make some changes, you can bring some of those customers back in to test your new designs out. Okay, so task analysis is basically just analyzing how someone completes a particular task. Okay, so when you have in every product, in every website, in every mobile app, in every tablet or whatever like application, there are hundreds of different interactions, and in an application you have multiple tasks. Like for example, you're watching this on YouTube. YouTube and UX designers on YouTube can study how people go on YouTube to watch their favorite videos. How they go on YouTube, that's one task. How do you go on YouTube to search for a particular video? That's another task. How do you, when you're watching a video, how do you minimize or enlarge the video, you know, when you're playing? That's another task, right? So you identify when you're working on a product, what you want to do, you and your product manager, you want to identify what are the primary tasks that this user is performing. Okay, so when you cannot improve an experience, you cannot improve a product unless you identify what's the primary user task. We're going to talk about personas in another video and all this other stuff. So once you identify the target audience, then you have to identify what tasks do they do on a daily basis. Okay, once you identify that task, you want to analyze it, because every user, every customer does things differently. They may go through like 12 different clicks to get to one particular area. Okay, like in terms of the bank that I was talking about, you can observe how customers contact customer service, you know, through the online system. And right now, I think I spent like 10 minutes trying to find the number for Bank of America the other day, and I couldn't figure it out, right? So that task of trying to find a customer service number was crazy for me, or the experience was poor, all right? So if they were studying my process and how I identify or how I try to find out the customer service number, they should make it easy for me, all right? They should just put a big number right at the top of the screen, okay? Why would it take 5 minutes for me to try to find a number? Just put it right up there at the top of the screen, and it would be easy. I think they do that because they don't want people calling the customer service. That's why they do that, to be honest with you. But one last example. There are task analysis that are done in many different facets. Like you can do it online, studying how people complete a task on an application or a website. You can also study how people complete a task like in person. Like for example, if you're working for a flower shop, you have a flower shop and you want to observe how men buy flowers for their spouses. Okay, so when you observe and you can observe how men go in there, you would probably figure out that men don't really build their bouquets all at once. They like to maybe find something that's already done for them. And so you would observe that, and you can observe that and analyze that and come up with all that data and say, you know what, men are not really that well in terms of building flower bouquets. They like to have predefined bouquets or pre-built bouquets for them. So on your website, you would have a section for men or a section that is very clear and say, hey, here are some pre-built featured bouquets that you can buy for your spouse. So that's another way of analyzing a particular task. So you can do it online or in person. So hopefully this was helpful, guys. Task analysis is something that you want to include in your vocabulary when you're out there and you're interviewing for UX design jobs, because one, it's gonna make you look a little bit more professional. It's a very technical term, but it's something you want to throw out there, add it to your vocabulary, add it to your resume, add it to your LinkedIn account. And this is something that you want to include in your process and when you're out there trying to improve user experiences. All right. Hopefully this was helpful, guys. If you like the things that I talked about, please hit the like button and leave me your comments if you have any questions. As always, if you want to learn more about the things that I do, my web design training course, hit me up on my website, mlwebco.com. And hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk soon. Peace.